This chapter is going to have a lot of things where you're going to be dealing with percentages in it. And we've already talked about how to change percentages. We did this earlier. So if you had, let's say, 45% and you wanted to work with it mathematically, you would need to move your decimal 2 places to the left and use 0.45 in your actual math. Now, we are going to be looking at the formula sheet. I will give you a formula sheet, so everything that you need will be listed on that formula sheet. It says Chapter 7 Formulas, and it will be posted in your Moodle account for you. So we're just going to go through some of the different kinds of problems that we're going to have in this first section. The problems are on page 312 in 7.1. The first thing that we're going to look at is the level 2 drill and practice problems. They start with number 13, so we're going to do number 14 so that you can see what you'll be doing. And it says find the discount of the items. So you're going to be finding discount. It says find the discount of the items and the percent. You're going to be given the original price and the percent markdown. Now, if you look at your formula sheet, it says that discount equals original price, and it says times the percent markdown. And in these problems, they actually give you everything you need. In number 14, it says that the original price is $55 and that the percent markdown is 25%. So in order to find the discount, you take the original price, which is $55, and you multiply it by the percent markdown, which is 0.25, because we need to change that percent to a decimal. You just need to take your calculator and multiply 55 times 0.25, and you end up getting $13.75. And that is the amount of the discount. And that's all we're doing in those problems. So in 13 through 16 on page 312, that's what you're doing. You will also be doing the section that starts with number 27, and it says find the sales tax for the items. So we're going to do number 28. I'm doing the even one since you have the answers to the odd ones. It says you have purchased a dress for $95, and it's in Louisiana. So it says refer to table 7.1. So you're going to go back to page 311. That's table 7.1. And you're going to find the state that you need for this. So let's see, Louisiana is listed on there, and it says that it has a 4% tax rate. So what you're going to do on these problems, on your formula sheet, it says that the sales tax is the original price, and it says times the tax rate. So the original price here is $95. Tax rate is 4%. We need to change that decimal, that percent, to a decimal. So we'll have 0.04. So you'll take your calculator and do 95 times 0.04. And you will get $3.80. That's the amount of your tax, and that's what it's asking for. It just says find the sales tax. So you're going to look at that chart and find the tax rate for that particular state. If we look at the section that starts with number 33, it says find the sales tax for the items using the rate in your own state. And we're in North Carolina, so you'll go back to page 311. You'll look at North Carolina, which says it's 5.75%. When I change this to a decimal, I'll be using 0.0575. So if I'm doing number 34, it says that I've bought an automobile for $21,955. I'm going to take that and multiply it by 0.0575. So take my calculator, 21,955 times 0.0575, and I get 1262.4125, so I'm going to round it to 0.41. That's my tax on that automobile. The last section of problems that you'll be doing is on page 313. It starts with number 39. It says find the total amount, including tax, for the items whose price and tax rate are given. So if we were looking at number 40, we have an item that cost $1,925. It says that it has a tax rate of 5%, so we're going to take it multiplied by 0.05. So my tax would be 1925 times 0.05 would be $96.25. So if I just ask you for the tax, that would be your answer. This one actually asks you for the total amount. So when you want the total amount, you take the original price of the item and you add the tax to it. So we're going to add 96.25 plus 1925, and we would be paying 2021.25 for that item. So that's your total amount when you're doing that. So those are all the kinds of problems that you're going to be doing in 7.1.